So I put together a video of doing some maintenance on my Kim Express because I had a slight issue. The shower screen here got stuck. It got sucked up and bent, as you can see. So I had to get it out. So I spent a lot of effort trying to get it out with a spoon. And first I had to pull off the clip, but you can see it's really stuck in there. The clip came off easy enough, but the shower screen, not so much. And part of this is because I was pulling these shots where I was using low temperature, which meant that the tank pressure was low, and not much water was coming out when I pulled up. But when I pulled up, it also pulled up the shower screen. So I had to also be more careful. But I think it's because I didn't set the shower screen. It wasn't like perfectly set. So it was a little bit of a bummer. So I was trying to get a better look at it. And so you can see in here that it's bent up to the top in that one section, which is really a bummer. But whenever I travel and I'm dealing with the Kim Express, I always bring a set of tools to be able to fix it. That includes the tools to take it apart and the tools to put on new O-rings and new O-rings, of course. So I start here with my red Kim Express on the bench, and we'll start taking it apart. So first I have to take off the handle and popped off the top. And then you have to take off the handle to pop off the metal piece. And then there's 4 bolts. I sped up the video a little bit too, because obviously I'm not doing it this fast, but so 4 little bolts. I'm careful. I usually take the bolts off and I put them onto the side in the same orientation that they go back on, to try to reduce any friction between bolts that have been partially threaded by the holes that they're in. So then comes the trouble of getting the pulling out the whole piston. So sometimes you can use the lever and kind of pull up. Sometimes you can't. Oftentimes I've had to twist around the whole thing. So as you can see, the actual lever is pushing up a bit, which I haven't had happen before. I'm not sure why. I think it's because of that shower screen. So pull it all out. Just check on the cleanliness. Everything's all clean. I hadn't used the Kim too much. This one too much. This is the one I bought from somebody in Germany. So you check inside and you can see there's a big splotch of coffee, and there's the screen. So I did a little poking around to see if I could loosen it up, and I had trouble. So there's that big splotch of coffee in there. And let's use the other side. I'm just using the lever itself, trying to be careful and tapping multiple times until it finally comes loose. Wait for it. Wait for it. There. Nope. It's still not there. I make some adjustments. Take a look at where it's coming out. And then let's try again. There we go. Got it out. Hooray! Filter screen, and it's bent. But luckily I can bend it back. This is a custom screen that IMS sent me. I requested a screen with fewer holes in it. I then put a paper towel through the cylinder too, just to clean out any mess that was in there, because there's a little coffee in there. Anyway, so I'm grateful that IMS made me a couple of these shower screens. I have enough for my Kim Express machines, and I have too many of these machines. But let's take a look at the inside of the tube to make sure that the cylinder is all okay, and it looks to be fine. And looking at some of the water holes in there, there's 4 holes at each separated by 90 degrees around the cylinder, so even water flow in. Now it's time to put that filter basket back on, And I'm using the visual to try to make sure I get it on right, but I had to adjust it a few times because it wasn't quite sitting on there. So I keep adjusting, trying a few times to get the thing just right, because I want to make sure it's even. I don't want to have this problem again. So it took a few back and forths, but I was able to do it. I was able to get this thing in there and all settled in. Now it's just time to put the spring back in. So this requires some jiggling. There's 3 O-rings, 2 on the bottom, and then a little bit further up there's one more. So it's a little bit of jiggle. I didn't put any more lubricant on there. Just kind of jiggled it in and pressed, and was really gentle and pressed down, make sure everything went down, and cleaned off the top, and then pushed it all the way back down. The nice thing about sticking with one machine or one machine type is getting to learn all the potential problems that you could have with it. So I'm so grateful that I have this machine and the other ones that I have that are like it. So now I have a blue one and a red one in Italy now. I have one at my in-laws' house. I have one at my desk at work. I have one at home, and one of them is being borrowed by a friend. So if you enjoy maintenance on the Kim Express and other data related stuff, come back. I just took these videos because I thought some people are really interested in checking out these machines, especially considering there's not many of them around. So as a bonus, I try to do the same for my other machine. So this is the blue machine I brought from America. I had bought it from somebody in New York, and it was a 220 volt machine. So I brought it to, or 240 volt, not 220. I brought it to Italy this time in my carry-on. A little heavy. But when I tried to take off the top, it unscrewed, and I looked it up and I decided I don't want to do that. I don't want to mess with that. So I left it. Maybe another time I'll take it apart all the way, but it didn't need taking apart. It was pretty clean already. Anyways, thanks for watching.